In April 2025, Sweden's Saab Bofors Dynamics delivered the AT4CS AST anti-tank weapon to the Indian Armed Forces, marking a significant milestone in bilateral defense cooperation. The AT4, an 84mm unguided, man-portable, single-shot, disposable recoilless weapon, has been a cornerstone of global anti-tank arsenals since its introduction in 1987, with over 1 million units sold to more than 15 countries, including the United States, France, and Ukraine. Weighing approximately 9 kilograms, the AT4 is designed to engage light to medium armored vehicles, fortifications, and personnel, though its effectiveness against modern main battle tanks is limited unless targeting weaker sections. The export to India, driven by escalating regional tensions and Sweden's 2024 NATO membership, underscores the weapon's strategic relevance and Saab's growing footprint in India's defense market. India's acquisition of the AT4CS AST, tailored for confined space operations, aligns with its military modernization efforts amid border disputes with China in Ladakh and ongoing tensions with Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir. The deal builds on decades of Sweden-India defense ties, notably the licensed production of the Gustaf system in India since 1976, and reflects Sweden's pivot from neutrality to active participation in global defense networks. The AT4's combat-proven performance in Ukraine, where it effectively countered Russian armored vehicles, further bolstered its appeal, positioning it as a cost-effective, versatile solution for India's diverse operational needs. The procurement process began in the fourth quarter of 2021, when Saab secured a contract to supply the AT4CS AST to the Indian Army and Indian Air Force following a competitive evaluation. While the exact order value and quantity remain undisclosed, the selection process involved rigorous trials to ensure the weapon met India's requirements for short-range combat, particularly in urban and mountainous terrains. The AT4CS AST's tandem warhead, capable of penetrating up to 44 centimeters of armor or breaching multi-layer brick structures, and its confined space capability, which minimizes backblast risks, distinguished it from competitors. Deliveries were completed in April 2025, ahead of Aero India 2025, where Saab showcased the AT4 alongside other systems like the Gripen E and Gustaf M4. The procurement leverages India's trust in Saab's technology, rooted in the long-standing use of the Gustaf, and aligns with India's Make in India initiative, which emphasizes domestic defense manufacturing. Although the 2025 delivery involved direct imports, Saab's establishment of a Gustaf M4 production facility in Haryana, set to begin operations in 2026, suggests potential for future AT4 component production in India, further deepening industrial collaboration. The AT4CS AST serves a critical role in enhancing India's infantry and special forces capabilities, providing a lightweight, single-shot solution for engaging light armored vehicles, fortifications, and personnel in confined environments. Its effective range of 200 to 300 meters and ease of use, requiring minimal training, make it ideal for rapid deployment across India's diverse forces, including paramilitary units. In urban warfare scenarios, such as potential conflicts in Kashmir, the AT4's confined space capability allows soldiers to fire from inside buildings or bunkers, a significant advantage over older systems like the Gustaf, which required 2 operators. In high-altitude regions like Ladakh, where China deploys Type 15 light tanks, the AT4's portability and ability to disable lighter armor enhance India's defensive posture. The weapon also supports the Indian Air Force in air-based defense or special operations, enabling rapid response to ground threats or the creation of entry points during missions. As a complementary system to India's existing anti-tank arsenal, including the DRDO-developed NAG missile and imported Javelin systems, the AT4 offers a cost-effective, disposable alternative for short-range engagements, balancing capability and affordability. Deployment of the AT4CS AST is likely concentrated in high-threat areas such as Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, and northeastern states bordering China, where its portability suits rapid response teams in challenging terrains. The Indian Army's infantry units and special forces are expected to integrate the AT4 into their standard operations, supported by training programs leveraging Saab's expertise in similar systems. The Indian Air Force may employ the AT4 for defensive roles or specialized missions, capitalizing on its anti-structure capabilities. Looking ahead, India may pursue follow-on orders for additional AT4 variants, such as the AT4CS HP, high penetration, or ER, extended range, to diversify its anti-tank capabilities, particularly if regional tensions persist. Saab's Haryana facility could pave the way for localized AT4 production, aligning with India's goal of reducing import dependency and potentially positioning India as an export hub for Saab's global supply chain. The AT4's prominence at Aero India 2025 indicates Saab's intent to secure further contracts and integrate the system into broader Indian defense strategies, potentially alongside other Saab platforms like the Gripen E fighter jet. The implications of the AT4 export are multifaceted for India, Sweden, and the region. For India, the AT4 bolsters military modernization, addressing critical gaps in short-range anti-tank and anti-structure capabilities, and strengthening deterrence against China and Pakistan. By diversifying its arms suppliers beyond traditional partners like Russia and the United States, India enhances its strategic autonomy and gains access to Sweden's advanced defense technologies. Potential local production could create jobs and bolster India's defense industrial base, though challenges remain, including the AT4's limitations against modern MBTs, which necessitate complementary systems, and the need to integrate the weapon into existing logistics chains. For Sweden, the deal reinforces Saab's position in the $14.3 billion global arms export market, with India as a key growth market. It aligns with Sweden's NATO membership, showcasing its ability to supply advanced systems to allies and partners, though domestic scrutiny over arms exports, particularly to regions with human rights concerns like Kashmir, underscores the need for robust export controls. Regionally, the AT4's deployment may escalate arms races, prompting China and Pakistan to bolster their own capabilities, with Pakistan potentially perceiving India's enhanced infantry firepower as a threat. However, the AT4's defensive nature could stabilize border tensions by deterring aggression, while the Sweden-India partnership supports Western efforts to counter China's influence in the Indo-Pacific, aligning with NATO's regional security priorities. In conclusion, the 2025 export of the AT4CS AST to India marks a pivotal moment in Sweden-India defense relations, driven by India's need for versatile anti-tank systems and Sweden's strategic alignment with NATO. The weapon's role in urban and mountainous warfare enhances India's military readiness, while its procurement opens avenues for industrial collaboration and potential local production. Despite the risk of intensifying regional tensions, the AT4's integration into India's arsenal strengthens deterrence and supports broader geopolitical objectives. As India continues to modernize its forces and Sweden expands its defense exports, the AT4 export underscores the evolving dynamics of South Asian security and the growing interplay between European and Indo-Pacific defense strategies.